Is it on? Okay. I just typed to the group, to our fans. We're working on it. So apparently we've worked on it. You see, that's what you get when you start us early.
Aww.
Rewind.
Okay. So I guess that's fine. Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm your host, Jay Sterling. Welcome to that brief. You know, we're not all fun and games here at Scenes from a Hat. A lot of people are deaf. So we had, I don't know, I'm making this up. Mime. It's a tribute to Mime Show. I'm stuck. I'm your host, Jay Sterling. But more importantly, I am joined by someone with a voice, Mark Olson.
I ordered a chicken and egg online. I'll let you know.
Mr. Adrian Lee.
I always tell women they've drawn their eyebrows too high and they always look surprised.
Mr. John Bickford.
Yeah. If Trump really wanted Hillary locked up, he should have hired her.
And last but not least, the lovely Miss Emily Dorfler.
81 doctors walked into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve doctors here." And the doctors say, "That's okay. We're just here for a shot."
Ba-doom! And that's why I once introduced her as a woman with 1,000 shots. So, or I will at another day. So, welcome to Thursday's edition. And what we're going to do is I have my blue hat and I pull this out of the hat. Dramatic pause. We are going to play a game called Changing Lines. And this game is for Mr. Mark and Miss M.A. And in this game, what happens is they enact a scene normally, and throughout the process of the game, I tell them change. And that last statement, that last sentence, the last word, whatever they want to use, that portion thereof, they have to create a new line. And I'm going to do it to them repeatedly. So I'm going to get my buzzer ready. And what we have here is Mark and M.A., you are getting, one of you is getting a cell phone repaired, or both of you, whatever. So however y'all want to play it, cool and fruity. Ladies first. M.A., why don't you start us off?
Okay, so like my phone doesn't work anymore. Can you help me?
Oh, well, what's not working?
Well, it just like doesn't do anything.
Did you reboot it?
I would if I knew what that meant.
All right, that means turn it on and off, and then back on again.
Oh.
Try
No, I
that.
haven't done that.
Well, try that and see if it helps.
Okay. Well, I can get to the home screen.
That's a good start.
But now like the little thingies on the screen don't work.
Change.
Now the little pigs don't fly anymore.
Change.
But now there's llamas all over the place.
Change.
But now there's clowns, and I'm afraid of clowns.
Well, you know, those clowns, you know, they really have big feet. So I can see why you'd be afraid of the clowns. They also oftentimes wear weird things. But let's get back to trying to repair your phone. So you got clowns all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you download something from the internet that you shouldn't have?
Well, I have TikTok.
Well, that could be part of it, because, you know, they're trying to attack everybody.
Change.
They're trying to get all your information so that they can sway the election that's coming up.
Change.
They're trying to really get pictures of your décolletage.
What?
Your cleavage.
Oh, yeah.
You know, those people in China that started TikTok, that's really all they're about is American women.
People say that's my best feature.
Well, you know, I standing here, you know, talking with you and trying to figure out your phone. Yeah, I kind of think that's a good feature. I'll agree.
Thanks. So, can you get these clowns off of here? Because I really don't want to be scared every time I look at my phone.
Okay, well, there's a couple of ways we can get the clowns off. I can completely wipe everything off of the phone.
Change.
I can completely take that phone and just, you know, take it and do what I'm going to do with this one right here.
Change.
You know, and I could take that phone and I could just, you know, I could take a gun to it and really just, you know, we'll just get rid of the clowns the old-fashioned way.
Change.
And you know, the other thing that we could do is we could just take that phone and we could go to my place and I could kind of check out your décolletage and we can fix it so it can take good pictures.
Well, would that fix my phone?
Well, it would fix something. Did you say come?
Okay, stop.
Thank you.
Well, I'm just going to go along. I mean, you know, wherever she was taking me.
Oh, do the magic of normal lighting. I just want you to know that Mark and Adrian are normally a little red. I'm not this red normally. I'm good friends with Emmy's husband, and I'm going to have to explain a few things later.
Wait a minute. It's not after 9 yet.
And
Here, I changed my lighting. I'm less red.
John hasn't used profanity once. How cool is that? So,
all I did was tell a joke yet.
Well, game number 2 is a press conference, and this is for all 4 players. And in this particular game, we have the lovely Miss M.A. Dorfler. She is holding a press conference, and these 3 wonderful reporters are going to ask her questions based on this press conference. Not really. What happens is that the scene starts at the end of M.A.'s press conference, and it is up to these 3 gents to give her clues because M.A. doesn't know who she is and why she's holding the press conference. So I believe our wonderful producer has looked at the chat and has sent the messages to the 3 gents. I'm getting yeses. All right, cool and fruity. All right, M.A., are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Take it away.
So that's it. And I guess they're making me take questions. So whoever wants to ask one, I guess. All right, dude with the hand up. What's your question?
I'm Steve from Shamanic Rituals Weekly, and I would like to know how you were able to do that.
I'm very flexible. Next question. Yep, you.
I'm Shamanic from Steve Central, and I want to know: is this animal now also Canadian?
As a goose, yes. Next question. Yeah, you in the red.
I'm Billy Suggers from Spoonerism Weekly. I'd like to know, are you looking forward to the end of October? Is this something that you've been preparing for a long time?
Yeah. I'm a planner, so yeah. Yeah. You with the hand up, Steve.
And why did you turn into that color? it goes with that thing he was talking about about October, but why that color?
Hey, I like orange, so get off my back. All right. Yeah, you with the hand up, shaman, whatever.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Do you in your practice use a cauldron?
Well, I am a witch, so yeah. Yes, in the red.
Do you think you're going to end up with a spell in prison due to that kind of transformation that you're doing there?
Well, I don't think that witches have been prosecuted since the Salem days, so probably not. Oh boy. The one that doesn't know his name.
Yes. Don't. Yes. So, is it just that you have a PhD, or what?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. The other guy?
So what? My one question for you at this point is, do you know what they do to that animal at the end of October? Some of the evil people?
I believe it's used for a sacrificial sacrifice.
A sacrificial sacrifice?
Ritualistic is what I meant to say. Yeah.
Have you found yourself having to buy more milk and more squeaky toys?
Milk and yes. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking cats maybe.
Okay, that's part of it. That's part of it. You're very close when you said witch. I had a good clue, and Murph just sent me one. I can give it to you. Is it true that your magna cum laude is ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bang bang ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bang bang? Someone's got to get that.
Fantastic clue.
Nope. All right, you better ask Mr. No Name then.
Okay, Mr. No Name.
Yeah. When she comes back on the show, will you change her back?
That's the plan, yeah.
We need her.
In the red.
Do you think her hair color, that blondie color, will be the same in the fur? Do you think her blonde hair would be the same as it was on the cat? Or do you think it would change color?
I think it would probably change. Yeah.
Okay. I'll ask another one then.
Mm-hmm.
So do you actually have a degree, or does all that dancing around the fire suffice?
Experience is its own reward, I think, in this situation.
All right. She's close. I know she's close.
In the red.
If you give me the news, I've got a bad case of loving you.
Good
one. God, my brain is just drawing a blank.
I got one too. Go ahead, guys. I got one.
Okay, No Name.
Is it a 4-year or an 8-year that you have to get through?
It's actually not that specific. It's 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah, in the white.
It hurts when I do this. You told me don't do that. Why?
Well, being a doctor, I would have to say that yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Put it together.
Put it together.
Being
motion number 9.
A doctor of witchery.
I can't believe you just did that. Witch doctor. Okay. Mischief. Why are you holding this press conference?
Yes.
It has to do with the cat.
I turned somebody into a cat.
Okay. Go ahead and gents, go ahead and give her some clues. Mr. No Name?
We don't have enough females on this show, so we really don't want her to be a cat.
Even though
Sherelle.
The whole Halloween thing, the cat, Sherelle, it made sense.
It was much ado about nothing, really.
Yeah.
Good. Sherelle is off right now.
commercial for her.
Folks, one of our regular Thursday players, Sherelle, is rehearsing right now. She's in Much Ado About Nothing over in Stillwater. So we decided to include her in the show that way. Cheers, Sherelle. Break a leg.
Shakespeare in the parking lot.
There you go. So let's move on to game number three.
Shameless plug.
This is switching roles, and this is for Mr. John and Mr. Adrian. And what we have here is switching roles is a game where they will enact a scene, and I will yell switch. And theoretically, Adrian will pay attention, stop talking, and let someone else speak, namely John. Now, this is a common occurrence that Mark went through several months before I finally pulled him aside and says, listen to the words that I'm saying. You're not alone, Adrian. We've all done it. So, switching roles. John, you are a mortician.
Good.
Okay.
Excellent.
Adrian, you are the spouse of the deceased. And you are planning some funeral arrangements. So, dramatic pause. When I yell switch, they will change their roles from the client, the spouse's deceased, the spouse's wife, whatever you want to say, to the mortician. All right, and whomever wants to start, take it away.
So you want the body posed in a weird way, and I think it kind of goes against my morality, really. You might have to find.
She was my yoga instructor. That's how we met. We had an illicit affair, and it left me in a really difficult position.
Yes, and that's the position that you are wanting me to recreate from these multitude of photos you have.
Some of those are etchings as well. That's not art. That's really good pornography.
Yeah, you probably won't get most of them back.
I was wondering, there's certain things that have been added that I was slightly concerned about. She never had a moustache when I gave it to you.
Well, yeah, we were trying to cover up some of her more difficult to cover up injuries.
Switch.
And of course, she had so many zits around her face from the downward dog and all the sweat. We had to put some sort of facial hair there. It would have looked terrible with the coffin lid open. We can't have people going by and seeing all of that. And to be fair, the moustache does match her hair. I think we've done a really good job.
Well, yes, it does match really well. I kind of wish you'd maybe made it more of the color of her skin, so it didn't she has bright red hair and it just pops.
Was there any specific smell you wanted? At the moment, we're going for a nice ripe brie, but we can actually change the smells around. So was there something in particular you wanted in terms of a smell? We can do all kinds of smells here.
Well, one of our favorite smells was the smell of truffles as they are pulled from the ground. It's a
With or without
heady
pig?
essence.
Do you want the pig included in that or just the truffles?
Switch.
Do you want the pig included in that, just the truffles?
It was hot yoga. The pig was sweating. We were all there together. We're all consenting adults. It was fine. And I think the drawings came out very well. It captured it perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, I am afraid we cannot make blow up posters of those to set out for the funeral.
What if the pig had a black rectangle for its eyes? Would that make a difference?
I'm sure his family would see right through that.
Well, we've not invited any of the pig's family at the moment, so we can go ahead with that if that's something you're willing to do for me.
Well, it's okay because the family is no longer an issue.
There are some things I'd like you to add to the coffin. If you could place a small key inside there and a little lead soldier, they don't actually mean anything, but in 2,000 years when that body's dug up, it'll get lots of people wondering why, and there'll be PhD papers written.
I think that's a brilliant idea. Maybe weird inscriptions.
Maybe a small car, Millennium Falcon, a little red crown, and Barbie's shoe. And if you can place those in her intestines, that would be fantastic.
Switch.
Yeah, if you could put those things right into the intestines, that would be excellent.
Well, we've got a nice long tube, and I'm willing to blow the end of that. We had a trouble with the X-wing got stuck, and we couldn't manage it all the way in. But I think we've got as far as we can manage. And to be fair, we put a nice little scene around everything down there, and it looks like the Sarlacc pit.
Here's what you do about the X-wing. Put in it a little tiny text bubble that says, "Almost there."
Okay, good enough. It's seen. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. And I will never think of a Sarlacc pit the same. So, all right.
Yes, they're my stalkers.
Yeah, Adrian's crew is following us. All right, gents and lady, we have one more game.
Aw.
And I've decided to go out on a limb and do something a bit different today. We're going to play Let's Make a Date, and Adrian is going to be the contestant. So that means he's going to ask the questions, looking for his long-lost love. And the contestants are Mark. Adrian, Mark is bachelor number 1. John will be bachelor number 2, and MA is bachelorette number 3. And the way this game works is that Adrian has 3 rounds of questions. If he can get it in 2, great. 3 rounds of questions, and he has to figure out what the quirk is for each of these individuals. And I think, as I'm looking at my notes, by the by, we are not stalkers, smartass, came from Diane. He said that's Mr. Smartass to you. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I've stalled long enough. As our producer sent everything. Mark, John, MA, you got all your quirks and clues?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Great. Adrian, you got 2 rounds of questioning, probably 3 if you can do it. Are you ready?
I am, sir.
Go for it. You're on.
This is very exciting. I'm looking forward to finding new and exciting love. Bachelor number 1. I've had a romantic meal with candles, roses, not very tasty, but plenty of nourishment. Where would be the ideal place to take me for a romantic meal?
I'm going to take you into the woods, and we're going to eat some stay rations.
Wow. I admire your enthusiasm and assiduity, sir. Bachelor number 2. I've tried Belgium kissing. It's a lot like French kissing, but there's more phlegm involved. Where would be the best place to kiss me on a first date, sir?
Well, right in the back seat of this here Chrysler Cordova. It's got leather seats, 110,000 miles on the odometer, original.
my sister Plymouth was conceived in the back of her car. Contestant number 3. I really like camping and I like spending the evening in an oxygen tent. If you were to go camping, whereabouts would be the romantic place to go camping?
Well, first of all, don't take that tone with me because I have had just about enough of you. Okay? I have been on the phone for 10 hours straight and I have 2 more hours to go on my shift. So, just ask whatever questions you want to ask and just let's get off the phone, please.
Have we been married? Contestant number 1. I'm a bit of a sportsman. I once mistook the high hurdles for the low hurdles and I shattered my personal best. Whereabouts would be the best place to go on a first date to see a sporting event?
Well, I think we'll go out to the camp obstacle course, and not only will you be seeing it, you will be participating. You will be running the course.
I look forward to that. Anything that gets the blood pumping, I'm happy to embrace. Contestant number 2. I thought that Little Red Riding Hood was a Russian contraceptive. So can you tell me the ideal fairy tale if we were to go on a date?
So what I'm hearing is you would like the underbody treatment for this. That's what I'm hearing.
Is that extra?
Well, I can cut you a bit of a deal, wink.
That's very kind of you. I appreciate everything I can get at this stage. Contestant number 3. My lovemaking is so good that when I'm finished, the neighbors are smoking. Can you tell me what you're good at in the bedroom, please?
Well, I think that's a bit of a personal question and has nothing to do with my job. So, I have been dealing with customers all freaking day and I have had enough. I've really had enough and I'm going to quit this stupid job. I don't need it anyway.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear from the fire service.
So 2 questions. You got it, Adrian, or you want to go for a third round?
Let me try on the couple that I'm a little unsure of. Let's go back to number 1. I used to play on the linoleum when I was a kid. What musical instrument are you good at?
I'm good at my good old-fashioned M1 rifle. I will take you down and I will teach you how to break it down and build it back up, and you will do it in 1 minute.
I'm guessing that's a percussion. Is that percussion instrument?
Yes.
I think Mark is either a very angry drill sergeant or, did I get that? You're a drill sergeant.
That's what it is. Yep.
I'll be sure to wear my camouflage and my deer urine when we have our date. I think contestant number 2 wants to sell me a very cheap second-hand car.
Yep, used car salesman. Very good, very good.
I got a lot of them.
Now, contestant number 3 intrigues me greatly, and that's a customer service person who's unhappy with her job, who doesn't like
Very good. Very
perfect.
good.
What fantastic clue.
Adrian's first round, first time guessing. Well done.
I'll
Very
date
nice.
everybody. Everyone can come on a date. We'll have a great time.
Right.
So, yep, and be wary of John and his little red Corvette. So, ladies and gentlemen,
My car.
was that it? Gee, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, thank you very much for joining us on this Thursday Snippet. I'm your host, Jay Sterling, and we look forward to joking around with you again next Thursday. But that'll have to wait. And so I say goodbye, but more importantly, I am joined in my farewells by Mr. Mark Olson.
I'm so good at sleeping, I can do it with my eyes closed.
Yeah. Mr. Adrian Lee.
If Emma's flexible, does that mean she can only do Wednesdays and Fridays?
Mr. John Bickford.
I got nothing.
And Miss Emma Dorfler.
I drink, therefore I am.
On behalf of our host, Mr. Steve, I'm so good I scream my own name, Murphy. I want to wish you all a fond farewell and have a groovy evening and laugh at something before it laughs at you. Good night, everybody.